Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. So your key to the week this week is the Temperance card. All right, so remember, these are general readings. Make sure you watch them for all three so that you get a clearer picture of how they show up for you. So the Temperance card, in all of these different areas of life this week, you are being encouraged to find the balance point, right? More importantly, with the Temperance card, you're also being asked to think about where your life is either in or out of alignment, okay? This is really about matching your inner world and vibration with the external experience that it is that you're hoping to create. Now, this card does have a lot to do with healing, so it does also suggest that this week you could be looking for healing or looking to create more healing or maybe even more balance in your life. Now, the other thing with Temperance, it can also show up sometimes where we get sucked into things that don't really have anything to do with us, where we're having to kind of play the mediator, or we get sort of stuck in what we call here in the UK, that piggy in the middle kind of energy. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Three of Pentacles. I love this, right? Because this week it looks like you're learning to self-soothe. So when we're babies, there comes a point where it's like the parents have to stop sort of running to pick the baby up every single time they cry because they need to be learnt to self-soothe, right? This week it looks like you're going through this process. It's not to say that you're on your own. It's just to say that you're doing a lot of inner work and inner healing by working through your thoughts on your own, by taking time to, say, not actually, don't let me defer what I think or what I feel to other people. Let me work out sort of some stuff on my own, and then I'll check in when or if I sort of need to moving forward. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a card of learning. It's also a card of collaboration, and so this week you might be looking to connect with others who have maybe they're on a similar healing journey, maybe they're on a similar sort of path through life at this moment in time. The Temperance card follows the Death card, right? So you're in the process of healing this week, and more importantly, with that Three of Pentacles, you're looking for people that support and facilitate that healing rather than create more need for it. In terms of the options that are available to you with the Three of Pentacles, it is to collaborate, right? To work with people that have a like mind, whether this is at the job, whether this is in your personal life, whether this is just in general, right? This is you seeking to create that much more of a cohesive collective around yourself, which I really love for you. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Two of Pentacles. It's very interesting because both of these cards carry a Capricornian energy, right? So they're very attuned to you and your energy in general. The Two of Pentacles as a communications card, it really is about the give and take, right? So when you look at these two cards as well, they have a very similar energy, right? The Temperance card is really about balancing the emotional vibrations. The Two of Pentacles is really about balancing the material experience, right? Finding flow and harmony with our resources. So there could be a lot of conversations, because that's where the Two of Pentacles is for you. There could be a lot of conversations around financial sort of matters, financial planning. It could also be that there's a lot of conversations around budgeting, getting the money right, getting it where it needs to be at any given moment. The other thing with your Two of Pentacles, it really can be about where we are shifting things from one place to another. Very often it's like moving money from one account to do this, that and the other. When it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, it looks like you're starting to think about, right, okay, these are the costs that are associated with me studying. What are the potential sort of pluses or wins from me studying at the same time? So it's like you're getting really honest with yourself about what this actually looks like. When it comes to your those of you that are employed by by somebody else, so one of the things that shows up here is if you're not necessarily happy with your salary, you might find this week that you are in a position to negotiate or to bargain for that. Especially if you have like a really well thought out plan or sort of approach. Excuse me. Oh gosh. Oh, sorry. If if that's not sorry, if that's not the case, if that's not the case, you could find that this week you might be really surprised or really happy for the benefits that you get, right? So maybe your employer says, look, we can't give you any more money, but we can give you this, this, and this to subsidize your income. And that you might actually be pleasantly surprised with. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is really about figuring out what money you have to allocate to the things that you need to expand your business. And I got to be honest with you, even though there's nothing here that suggests lack, these cards, it feels like there's a part of you that's like really apprehensive about the money or the resources. So don't panic, all right? Like you are in a good space, so stay in that good space. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this I actually think will be you working with or collaborating with either a healthcare professional, and this will probably because maybe you're looking at writing your will and doing all of that kind of stuff, so you just want to make sure that you're okay now. It could also be that you are working with a financial advisor of some sort on what your future plans and goals are. For your love and relations, you have the Devil card. This is all you, right? The Two of Pentacles, Capricorn card. Three of Pentacles, Capricorn card. The Devil, literally Capricorn energy. So you show up this week in your energy and in your reading very, very strong when it comes to your partnership, your relationship, or your significant other. So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, your partner might present you with something this week that sees you really needing to kind of think about how you're going to navigate forward. And I got to be honest, because the Two of Pentacles and the Temperance card are here, although this is a card of finding the balance, it looks like a lot of you are potentially putting forward an ultimatum of some sort. It's just a really interesting set of cards. It may also be that a conversation around money, finances, joint resources, etc. There's just no give on it, right? It's almost like there's no way that you can move beyond this, so you're having to find a way to sort of get around it. When it comes to those of you that are single and looking, look, if they show up with the Devil card but the Temperance card is here, there's one of two ways this will show up. You could meet someone and connect with somebody through your studies or through your work sphere, or maybe even through the bank or some kind of financial sort of endeavor. You could connect with somebody who is potentially in recovery, right? So this person could be an ex-addict. They could be, maybe they've already gone through their 12 steps. Maybe they've got 2 years under their belt sober, right? Whatever the case might be, this person has a past. There's no getting around that with the Devil card here. And because the Temperance card is here, this tells me that this person they've either been through rehab or they are quite far along in that journey. It's up to you whether you feel like you want to take a risk or a gamble on this person. You may be the person to help them continue that on and make it 10 to 15 to 20 years, whatever the case might be. But that is something that you do need to know about them. The other thing that you also need to know is that they will temper you. They will shift and change your perspective on a lot of things, maybe get you to loosen up or ease up around certain ideas or ideals. For your money and materials, you've got the Four of Wands. I actually really like that. So before we get into your money, the CUNA is open. So if you want to book onto that, remember you can book in when you like. You can cancel when you like. It's totally there. It's just going to keep rolling over. But this is about walking around the moon in 12 months. Should I say walking around the zodiac using the moon to manifest over this next 12 months. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's energy work, right? This is what I am effectively basing this whole thing on, and it just makes manifesting with the moon that much more powerful. For your money and materials, you've got the Four of Wands. So this is finding time to enjoy the small pleasures. It's also finding time to enjoy your space, to enjoy your home. It's also, I'm going to talk about that in just a moment as well. That's very interesting. There's some really interesting stuff going on with the numbers and the numerology this week. So yeah, but the finance aspect, the Four of Wands is a reason to celebrate. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's say some of you are starting a job this week, and let's say you're unhappy with your salary. You might be able to renegotiate. You might get some sort of benefit. For some of you, the Four of Wands and the Temperance card, this could be maybe you get health insurance with your job. Maybe you get something that you consider like a real bonus of some kind. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is working with a therapist, a counselor, somebody who has those kinds of energies around them, like somebody who would be considered a healer, really advocates or goes to the bat for you, and working with them has a really profound effect for your future. And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Four of Wands is a lovely card for home because it brings happiness and laughter and joy into the home. And with the Temperance card, it potentially brings healing too. Now, the reason I wanted to get to this point is because this is really interesting. You've got the Two of Pentacles, you've got the Four of Pentacles. Yes, it's a different, Three of Pentacles, sorry. Yes, it's a different suit, but this is the number 4. Temperance is the number 14, 1 and 4 gives you 5. And the Devil is number 15, 1 and 5 gives you 6. So what you have here is literally a straight flush, right? When you see those kinds of sequences in numbers, what tends to happen is things are speeding up. Right, so this is, and because there's a majority energy of earth and fire here, if you've been with me long enough, you've heard Rafi say this, earth and fire bring my desire, right? Which means that whatever your ideas are or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you are speeding this up. All you have to do is stay the course, all right? Like, there are things in the spirit realm that are clearly working for you at this moment in time. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.